So what do y'all think you're here for? See, I get the groans out of the way. My mother's on edge over there because she's afraid I'm going to say something.
I know.
I have a vision for Wilkes-Barre, and you're all a part of this vision. Some of you have inspired me, and I'm looking at Harry Haas. Met you day one 15 years ago, and he bought a wonderful house here on Ross Street. People like Joe Satoski, who's bought the McClintock Mansion and brought it back to life. Where's Larry Newman? Ah, there you are. Another downtown resident has a wonderful house that he restored just behind this house. And Melissa, where's Melissa Collins? Our newest downtown friend who has bought the Wells Mansion and has restored the incredible interior. You ought to see the hardwood in there, and we will see it at the end, right? We'll have little tours inside the main house at the end. So let me thank people, and then I'll talk about Wilkes-Barre and the vision. I got to first thank Rich Jenkins. Where are you, Rich? You're behind me. There you are. You're hiding. I went for a cigarette break.
I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if it was Tony Brooks. I met him 2 years ago. I said, "Here's some family documents. What are they all about?" Here I am. Neighbor.
And we're so glad to have you. There's people in the audience like Christian Weilich. Where are you, Christian? One of my conspirators in historic preservation. I guess we could call us preservation terrorists. We're going around town trying to save the Iron Temple. Other friends like Gordon Williams and Ann Lewis and Linda Josephs who are helping me with the Zebulon Butler House. And we have great things to report on that. If you're following us on Facebook, you'll see we just landscaped it and painted it. And now the hard work starts inside with the demo. But historic preservation is the thing that really motivates me and has motivated me for a long time, since the time I came back home to Wilkes-Barre 15 years ago. And we've seen a lot of great progress happen with historic preservation in Wilkes-Barre. We have a lot of setbacks, but we also have progress as well. And what makes Wilkes-Barre work is the people who want to live in it, right? The people who want to restore houses, the people who want to have businesses, the people who want to live in apartment buildings that are being transformed over at PNC Bank and the old United Penn Bank and the Allegheny Building and the Hampton Building and the old Pensex Deli and the Wyoming National Bank, and we keep on going in the movie theaters, right? Just about all of them. I think 200. We got more coming too. 200 some new apartments. We've tripled the size of downtown in 5 years, I believe.
Sure.
Of millennials and post-baby boomers don't want to cut grass and shovel snow anymore. You go to the apartments. There's one person I really want to pay tribute to. You know, I campaigned door to door, and I met a lot of incredible people. Incredible people like Tracy Hughes and Len Cornish. Hi, guys. Incredible people like Kathy Sokoza and Mary Doherty from Lloyd's Lane. But there was one woman that I knocked on a door on Blackman Street. Where are you? Where are you? Way in the back. Don't cry. So when I ran for city council, one of my plans, besides historic preservation, was neighborhood. We need neighborhoods that have great organizations, residents associations that meet on a monthly basis, that have parties, that get to know one another, that work on issues like zoning, that do things for kids. Where's Mary Ellen Jones, who threw a Halloween party for 250 kids in our neighborhood? And then again for Santa Claus, and we're doing it again, right? But this woman who I met 2.5 years ago, just going door to door, has turned into my best friend in the whole wide world. You all know I have a husband, but I also have a wife. So 2 weeks after I got sworn in, we had a meeting in the Rolling Mill Hill neighborhood to organize the Resident Association. And you've been with me thick and thin. You became the president of the Neighborhood Association. And you're doing great work in Rolling Mill Hill for all the residents, for the neighbors. You go to every single council meeting to watch me. And I just adore you and thank you so much for what you have done in the last 2.5 years. Don't look out, but there's politicians in this room. I already mentioned Harry Haas from County Council. I see Andy Tazinski, the mayor of 40 Fort over there, my good buddy. There are people who are running for political office. Oh wait, there's John Jablonski, councilman in Wilkes-Barre Township. John and I were in the Boy Scouts together. We've been to Camp Akahila. There's representatives from campaigns. I see Matt in the back from John Schrin. Are you John Schrin? Right there, you're Matt. Rob from Scott Wagner's campaign. Frank Scavo, are you still here? Who's running for this day? Hey, Frank. Frank's running for state senate up by Old Forge,
Lackawanna County.
Lackawanna County. You need a passport to get there.
Not on an LCTA bus.
That's right. Well, you can switch at Pittston, right?
Right up from Wilkes-Barre.
Oh.
I see my good friend Lynette Milano, who we have. I was your treasurer when you were chairman of the party.
Yes, you were.
Rob Bridgenahan from State Committee. Too. Bill, I saw Bill Lewis here, also from State Committee. He's left. There are, okay, as you know, I'm not on the ballot this year. This is for next year. And I thought about it really hard, and I've probably spoken to every single one of you, yes, in this room about it. But these two things need to be connected together for me to say yes to a bigger office. So I want to just say I'm running for re-election for City Council. I absolutely love what I do right now. I love being on City Council. I love the place at the table. I love having the chief of police's cell phone number in my phone. It's awesome. That's like a cool perk, I think. And I love what I do history right now. So I'm really happy in my life right now. 4 years from now, things can change. My mom might change her mind. My mom. But there's an election this year first, and a very important election on so many different levels. And I'm not here to tell you at all how to vote, but I just want to point out some of my friends. Back in 2006, you were at Blue Cross Blue Shield when we met. Leadership Wilkes-Barre brought us together, a wonderful organization. Matter of fact, there's 3 Leadership Wilkes-Barre people right in a row. And when I was growing up, I can remember, kind of remember how Senator Flack, but Frank O'Connell and Senator Lamont. And Senator Lamont was always that kind of public servant role model. That I just thought he was the best guy, he was the nicest guy, positive person. I never heard Charlie say anything bad about anybody. He was a wonderful person. He was so community-minded, all the different things that he did in the spirit he did. And he had big shoes to fill. But high heels have filled Charlie's shoes to the T, and we can't be more fortunate to have you in the state senate, and we hope we're definitely sending you back this year. So thank you. You know, there's a lot of different issues that bring us together, and there's this one issue in particular that is very tough in Wilkes-Barre right now, and that's called the school board. Now, I'm not running for school board. Boy, I don't want that job. I have to listen to Ruth and Kim Borland yell at me all the time. Lenny Cornish and Tracy Hughes. But what you guys are yelling about all the time, I agree. We have a situation where 3 wonderful high schools are about to be no more. And I said that with a question mark. Because nothing's over until it's over. So next Thursday, there is an anti-school consolidation rally and march from each of the 3 high schools that are going to converge on the school district building to be at the school board meeting. Please attend. Neighborhood school, I believe neighborhood schools are the way to go because I believe in neighborhoods. That's how we live. And to bus every single kid out to Plains, you were going to lose so much. And this is an issue. And there's a candidate running for the State House who believes in this issue, my friend Stu Henry. 10 years ago when I started to do tours with the Historical Society, Stu Henry would come with this microphone, stick it in my mouth as I'm walking all over Hollenbach Cemetery and downtown Wilkes-Barre and replay them for the wider audience on WILK radio on Sundays. Thank you, Sue, for all that. So Sue's running for the State House. And you know, Harrisburg and local politics are intrinsically linked. Harrisburg controls a lot of what Wilkes-Barre can and cannot do. And we need partners in Harrisburg that realize that we need to give more freedom and change things about certain ways that third-class cities govern themselves. And I want to be here on this side and you in Harrisburg, and we will work together to reform as many things as we possibly can. I see Frank Blom back there. Frank's the vice president of the Rolling Mill Hill Resident Association. You're another guy I met going door to door. And you said, you politicians only come around when you want to vote. I said, well, this is my first time, Frank. Please give me a try. So now it's my second time. Are you going to give me another try? Good. I see Angel Giroux here from Spanish American Leaders Leading Everywhere. Thank you, Angel, for coming as well. You know, I have another partner in crime with historical stuff too. Clark Schweitzer is in the house. Clark produced a wonderful DVD on Wyoming Valley history called 300 Years, 1675 to 1975. Scratching the surface about Wyoming Valley history. Please go buy it, give a plug, give it to your kids. He's a great guy. You can get it online. Just look up Wyoming Valley history 300 years and you'll find it there as well. So, here's my talk. You know, I look at this room, every one of you are really involved. And this is another vision I have for Wilkes-Barre. Everyone just participating. If we participate, we live in this community, we don't give up on Wilkes-Barre, we don't move away, we just stay put. We can keep it going as we remembered it. We remember the days of getting dressed up and going to the Boston store, taking the bus downtown. It ain't gonna be that way again. It changes because now we're gonna have, all these apartments are filled with people. So just it's a different way that
I can
that
walk.
we'll
I live
live
by the courthouse.
and where we're going. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Lisa, thank you so much for being here. Rich Jenkins and your mom, Joan, thank you so much. Everyone, this means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.